Hello, 6th graders. Welcome to Big Ideas Math, Section 7.3, Solving Equations Using Multiplication or Division Activity. Pause while you write Section 7.3 activity in your math notebook. Pause again while you write today's activity objective in your math notebook. Today's objective is understand how equations are solved using multiplication and division. Copy the following key ideas exactly as they appear into your notebook. Multiplication property of equality. When you multiply each side of an equation by the same non-zero number, the two sides remain equal. Multiplicative inverse property. The product of a non-zero number n and its reciprocal 1 over n is 1. Division property of equality. When you divide each side of an equation by the same non-zero number, the two sides remain equal. Be sure when you copy this that you also copy the numbers and the algebra portion of each key idea. Today we'll be working on page 159 in your record and practice journal. Your directions are: describe how you would find the value of x, then find the value and check your result. So we have a couple of different verbs here. We need to describe, we need to find the value, and we need to check our result. So we're looking for three things. So the first thing we need to do with letter A, the rectangle, is we need to remember our formula for finding the area of a rectangle. So the formula for finding the area of a rectangle is length times width, so L times W, and then we need to write our equation. So that is our description of how we would find the value of x. First, we write our equation. So our equation is, our length is x, so I'm going to write down here, and our width is 6. And it doesn't matter which order we put these in. So remember, in algebra, our coefficient always goes first, and we're multiplying, so we want our 6 first, so it's 6x, and we know that our area equals 24. So 6x equals 24, so we had to write our equation. And so that's our description, so we described, and then we're going to find the value. So just like what we did with addition and subtraction, we're going to use inverse operations. So since the 6 and the x are stuck together by multiplication, we need to use inverse operations to get them sort of unstuck. So we're going to divide both sides by 6. So 6 over here and 6 over here. And when we do that, we know that 6 over 6 equals 1. So we just have one x left over here. So that just looks like x. And then 24 divided by 6 equals 4. So x equals 4. And then don't forget the checking step. We have to put our solution back into our equation to see if it works. So we go 6 times 4, and we question ourselves, does that equal 24? And 6 times 4 is 24. So we know that our solution is correct. So now let's take a look at letter B, the parallelogram. And we need to start with the formula of a parallelogram, for a parallelogram, and that would be base times height. And so our base on this parallelogram is 5, and our height is x, and we know that the area equals 20 square units. So that is our equation. And now, so we described how we would find the value of x, that's our description. Then we're going to find the value. So we need to look at how our numbers are stuck together, and they're stuck together with multiplication again. So we are going to unstick them with division. So we're going to divide both sides this time by 5. And so 5 divided by 5 makes them go away because they essentially turn into a 1. So that leaves us with just an x on the left, and 20 divided by 5 is a 4. So x equals 4, and then again we have to check. So we completed the solving step. Now we need to check. 5 times 4 is supposed to equal 20. 5 times 4 does equal 20. So our solution is correct. So x equals 4 units. And we need to put 4 units on the last one as well. The triangle is going to be your homework, and you need to remember for the triangle that the area formula for a triangle is 1/2 base times height. So I helped you out there and gave you the formula, so now you need to figure out how to make that work. And if you get stuck, remember that we can always go over it in class tomorrow. Your assignment for this lesson is to complete letter C of Activity 1 on page 159 of your Record and Practice Journal. Show your work and be prepared to share during our next class. Please remember, to earn credit for viewing this flipped lesson, you must complete your exit slip, come to our next class prepared with the journal pages or other work from the flipped lesson completed, and be prepared with any work that was assigned in the flipped lesson completed. Be prepared with any questions you have for the teacher, and always have a good attitude. We'll see you next time in class.